Welcome to this edition of News Today, a series in which we discuss and briefly analyze the important news of the day. Let's have a look at today's main headlines. The Bihar cabinet passes resolution requesting the centre to grant special category status to Bihar. The Supreme Court calls for collaborative actions to bring children into the adoption pool. The World Health Organization launches a commission to foster social connection. The first year anniversary of Karmayogi Prarambh on the IGOT Karmayogi platform celebrated. The Central Council for Research in Ayurveda Sciences launches the Ayurveda Gyan Naipunya initiative. The 59th Council session of the International Tropical Timber Organization concludes. Starting with the first main news, the Bihar cabinet passes a resolution requesting the centre to grant special category status to Bihar. A special category status is a classification given by the centre to assist in the development of those states that face certain geographical and socio-economic disadvantages. The special category status was introduced in 1969 on the recommendations of the 5th Finance Commission to benefit certain disadvantaged states with preferential treatment. The grants for special category status were based on the Gadgil formula. This includes certain things like non-viable nature of state finances, economically and infrastructurally backward, strategic location along the borders with neighboring countries, low population density or a sizable share of tribal population, and hilly and a difficult terrain. Presently, 11 states have special category status. These include Assam, Nagaland, Himachal, Manipur, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Tripura, Arunachal, Mizoram, Uttarakhand, and Telangana. Also, apart from Bihar, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh are also demanding this status. So what are the benefits of the special category status? Well, firstly, the central government pays 90% of the funds in the centrally sponsored schemes, while other states get 60 to 75% of the funds. Also, in case of unspent money, the states with the special category status have the provisions to carry it forward. Additionally, the special category status states also enjoy a significant concession on excise, custom duties, income tax, and corporate tax. Having said this, however, presently no more states can be given the special category status since the 14th Finance Commission effectively removed the concept of special category status. The Constitution of India has special provisions for some states, but it does not categorize any state as a special category state. In another news, the Supreme Court has called for collaborative efforts to bring children into the adoption pool. The name of the case is Temple of Healing versus Union of India. Let's have a look at the key highlights of the judgment. The Supreme Court has said that the adoption pool should be enhanced by including more children from childcare institutions. However, such children should fulfill certain criteria like their parents have not visited them for over a year or they have unfit parents or guardians. Herein, unfit parent or guardians refers to a parent who is unable or unwilling for parenting and indulging in substance abuse. It also includes parents who have abused or neglected the child or having a criminal record. Additionally, the Supreme Court directed the states and union territories to begin a bi-monthly drive to identify children. Experts believe that this judgment will reduce the burden of the government agencies and the non-profit organizations which are operating the childcare institutions. Also, a lot of children will get better future. Let's have a look at the childcare institutions in more details. These institutes provide care and protection to children who are in need of such services. It includes children's home, open shelter, specialized adoption agency, and a fit facility. These are recognized under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015. Before we conclude this news, let's have a look at the adoption process and the associated challenges. In India, the adoption process is regulated by the Central Adoption Resource Authority or CARA. It is established under the Juvenile Justice Act 2015. The key challenges related to adoption includes, firstly, according to Carings, which is the CARA's online portal, there is a demand mismatch between the children available for legal adoption and the number of prospective adoptive parents. It happens due to the specific needs of the prospective adoptive parents like age groups. Plus, there are infrastructural deficiencies as out of 760 districts in the country, only 390 districts have specialized adoption agencies. Also, there are certain legal issues as well. For instance, the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Law of 1956 allows Hindus to adopt without involving agencies. The challenge also lies in the lengthy and complex adoption process. Herein, the prospective parents have to wait for more than 3 years for child adoption. Moving on to the next news, the World Health Organization launches a commission to foster social connection. The new Commission on Social Connection aims to address loneliness as a pressing health threat, promote social connection as a priority, and accelerate the scaling up of solutions of all countries of all incomes. It is also to study how connections enhance the well-being of communities and help foster economic progress, social development, and innovation. Isolation and loneliness impacts the health and well-being of all age groups across the world. As a matter of fact, 1 in 4 older people experience social isolation, and the rates are broadly similar in all regions. Loneliness can have serious and still under-recognized impacts on health and lifespan, as it can be a cause behind dementia, stroke, or even early death. Also, social disconnection can lead to poorer economic and educational outcomes. Additionally, feeling disconnected and unsupported in a job can lead to poorer job satisfaction and performance. Having said this, investments in social connections are critical to creating productive, resilient, and stable economies that promote the well-being of current and future generations. These should be supported through the framing of national policies and psychological interventions to reduce social isolation.
Recently, the first anniversary of Karmayogi Prarambh was celebrated on the IGOT Karmayogi platform. Karmayogi Prarambh is an online orientation program under the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions. The program aims to provide all the necessary details related to government policies for new appointees recruited through Rozgar Melas. It includes a set of 8 courses curated to help all Rozgar Mela appointees. The Karmayogi Prarambh module falls under the ambit of Mission Karmayogi. The National Program for Civil Services Capacity Building, or the Mission Karmayogi, aims to create a competent civil services rooted in Indian ethos with a shared understanding of India's priorities, working in harmonization for effective and efficient public service delivery. It was launched in the year 2020. The program covers all civil servants, including contractual employees across different ministries, departments, organizations, and agencies of the Union government. By design, Mission Karmayogi adopts a citizen-centric approach for civil service reforms. It has 6 pillars: policy framework, institutional framework, competency framework, digital learning framework, electronic human resource management system, and lastly, monitoring and evaluation framework. IGOT Karmayogi is a comprehensive online platform to guide individual civil service officials in their capacity building journey. Coming to the next news, the Central Council for Research in Ayurveda Sciences, or the CCRAS, has launched Ayurveda Gyan Naipunya initiative, or AGNI. AGNI aims to promote research for mainstreaming the pragmatic Ayurveda practices through scientific validation and evidence-based appraisal. Ayurveda is part of the Ayush, and Ayush include Indian systems of medicine and homeopathy. Indian systems of medicine also include yoga and naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Swarikpa. Coming back to AGNI, it aims to provide a platform to Ayurveda practitioners for reporting their innovative practices and experiences in various disease conditions. These practices and experiences will be documented and published by CCRAS for education and academic purposes. For this, it will cooperate with NCISM, or the National Commission for the Indian System of Medicine. NCISM is a statutory body constituted under NCISM Act 2020. Now, what is the need of this initiative? Well, Ayurveda practice requires a rigorous evidence-based appraisal. Scientific validation and the documentation are essential for its global acceptance. It can be leveraged as a soft power. Dissemination of innovative Ayurvedic practices for disease management. Coming to CCRAS, it is an apex research organization, and it is committed for undertaking, coordinating, formulating, development and promotion of research on scientific lines in Ayurveda. And it works under the Ministry of Ayush. Let's go through some other initiatives for promoting Ayurveda. CCRS Spark for undergraduate scholars, PG Star for PG scholars, and Smart Program for teachers, introduction of National Ayurveda Day and Ayurveda for One Health campaign, centrally sponsored scheme of National Ayush Mission, publicization of Ayush medicine systems and a scheme for promotion of international cooperation. Coming to the next news. Recently, the 59th Council session of the International Tropical Timber Organization or ITTO was concluded. The objective of the session was to promote sustainable tropical forest management activities. The session also emphasized on ensuring the trade of sustainably produced tropical timber. Coming to tropical forests. Well, tropical forests are the major source of timber. Tropical timber includes logs, sawnwood, veneer sheets, and plywood. Tropical forests represent 45% of all forests. These are situated between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. The Amazon rainforest and Congo Basin are the world's main tropical rainforests. The tropical timber derived from tropical rainforests are used in construction, in houses, railway sleepers, the piers and jetties, etc. as fuel both for domestic purposes and in industries. While some other uses are production of paper, synthetic textile fabrics like rayon, etc. Now, what are the major threats to sources of tropical timber? Well, deforestation due to land use change due to agriculture and urbanization, illegal logging, and wood fuel collection. Forest degradation is another major challenge due to wildfires and climate change. Let's go through the various initiatives related to tropical timber. The coming into being of ITTA 2006 or International Tropical Timber Agreement, ITTO's Strategic Action Plan from 2022 to 2026, a collaborative initiative with CBD or Convention of Biological Diversity for Tropical Forest Biodiversity, and Intergovernmental Panel and Forum on Forests. Coming to the International Tropical Timber Organization. Well, it became operational in 1987 as an intergovernmental organization. It promotes the sustainable management and conservation of tropical forests. It has 75 members divided into producing countries and consuming countries. India is a producing member. International Tropical Timber Council is its governing body, and it is headquartered in Yokohama, Japan. The place in the news for today is Mozambique. Recently, the INS Sumeda arrived at Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, as a part of the ongoing extended operational deployment to Africa. Mozambique was governed from Portuguese India or Goa until 1752, after which it was brought under the direct control of Lisbon. Let us briefly go through the political features of Mozambique. It is a Southeast African nation bordered by the Indian Ocean to the east. The other nations which border Mozambique are Tanzania, Malawi and Zambia to the north, Zimbabwe to the west, South Africa and Swaziland to the south. Now coming to the geographical features, the Tropic of Capricorn passes through it. Zambezi, Ruvuma and Maputo are its important rivers, and Mount Binga is its highest point. The common minerals found in Mozambique are gold, emerald, copper, iron ore and natural gas.
As we conclude today's main news, let's go through some quick updates. The External Affairs Minister has said that India's engagement with the Nordic Baltic 8 nations has significantly strengthened in the recent years. The Nordic Baltic 8 is an informal regional cooperation format established in 1992 that includes 5 Nordic and 3 Baltic countries. The exercise Vajra Prahar conducted between Indian Army and the US Army Special Forces. The Ministry of Education has asked the states to encourage the use of online coaching platform Sathi or the self-assessment test and help for entrance exams. Sathi is an initiative by Ministry of Education in association with IIT Kanpur. Biologists from Wildlife Institute of India have discovered the new species of music frog in the Namdafa Kamlang landscape of Arunachal Pradesh. The species is named after Noa Dihing River, which is a tributary of the Brahmaputra. Researchers have found the presence of tantalum in the Satluj river sand in Punjab. It is a rare metal which is grey, heavy, ductile, very hard and possesses high corrosion resistance. Scientists have fabricated a 2D protein monolayer that can help to study diseases like amyloidosis. It is a rare disease characterized by a buildup of abnormal amyloid deposits in the body. A study has confirmed the presence of Kaisanur forest disease virus in 2 more districts of Karnataka. It derives its name from Kaisanur forest range of Karnataka, where it was first spotted. Recently, Kolkali dance was performed in Thrissur, Kerala in the remembrance of Saint Thomas' arrival in India. It is a folk art form performed in North Malabar region of the state. Before we go, it's time to put your knowledge to the test in today's segment of Test Your Learning. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have enjoyed this edition of News Today. To get the answer to today's quiz and to download the PDF of News Today, make sure to check out the links in the description below.